Neon was popular back in the early days. It was to bring people in, customers in. It was bright and it just drew people's attention. So back in the 60s, neon was big in Vancouver. There was around 19,000 signs, one for every 18 people pretty much. And it was close to Vegas and Shanghai. The city thought it looked too much like Vegas, so they started making people take their signs down, and they said it was taken away from the natural beauty of Vancouver. I never saw the city back then, but walking down now in Granville Street, watching all the signs come back up, I love it. I think it's cool and it draws people's attention as it did back in the day, and I think it's beautiful. The neon came out in like the 1920s, and it was booming back then. It was a new cool thing. It's slowed down a lot. Not a lot of people are learning anymore. I watched my dad bend neon ever since I was young. He worked in the shop in the back of our house, so I was always fascinated with the fires and working with your hands. I was amazed how good it was. He just made it look so easy. He let me try it, and it was really difficult, and I couldn't figure it out. It took me like 5 years to learn. He would give me pointers, and he'd just watch me and correct me when I was doing something wrong. He gave me the company 3 years ago. He'll still come help me every once in a while when I get really busy, but he's kind of retired from it. It takes a long time to learn how to bend neon. I've done a couple tubes and I'm halfway through it and the thing cracks. Throw it out and go do something else for a little bit and come back and start bending again. I love working with my hands. I always have. Ever since I was young, I was fixing stuff and working on everything. So I just have the patience for it. Not a lot of people do. A lot of people think neon's made by machines, but it's all handcrafted, so it's a lot of work goes into each tube or each neon sign. It's all bent in the fires, hand bent in the fires, but first you start off with a pattern. We make everything backwards just so you can do the raises and drops, and that's what joins the two letters together. Yeah, once I'm halfway done, say, I get a little nervous trying to heat it back up. I go really slow, but I'm always a little nervous that I'm gonna crack it or something's gonna happen, I'm gonna have to start over again. I think the retro is back in style, and people are really jumping on board, and they're seeing old pictures and stuff of what their building used to look like with the neon sign. The Vogue's been around for a long time. My dad worked on it a while ago, and then me and him got a chance to redo it. So he did one side, I did the other side. If you look closer, you'll tell neon's not perfect, but from far away, you won't be able to tell like the little imperfections. That's what I like about bending neon, is because everything's different. You're not doing the same thing over and over again. Everything's new, and all the clients have different ideas, so I get to design all these cool projects. And yeah, so it's always different. I'm never doing the same thing, so I'm never feeling like I'm just in the same old routine. It's cool. We've been in magazines now, and you're flipping through a magazine, and then you see a sign that you've made. It makes you feel good, and it's really neat to see. I may not be working with wood or materials like that, but it's worth glass, and it's all with your hand. It's a science. It's not a perfect science, but I'm pumping the tubes, and it looks like I'm in a science lab. So it makes me feel kind of like a scientist or something like that. I don't think neon will ever die. I think it'll always be around. I think maybe it'll slow down again, but no, I don't think it'll ever die. I'll keep it alive.